Life histories are stories that allow us to connect with others and bear witness to the social conditions that shape our identities. The Center on Disability and Community Inclusion at the University of Vermont presents the life histories of older Vermonters with disabilities. This video captures the life history of Pat, who shares his story of growing up, going to school, playing basketball, and working at Middlebury College in Vermont.
Well, my father was born on a farm, in the farmhouse, in Bridgeport. And my grandfather and grandmother lived there. My father married my mother and raised 3 children. My father worked in a wood mill as the bookkeeper. In the winter of 1941, I was 2 or 3, I got really sick, really sick. I had whooping cough and pneumonia, and I almost died. I'd become deaf from this illness, and the doctor checked me up and said that they should probably consider sending me to Austin School, because Austin School for the Deaf in Brattleboro here in Vermont was a good place to educate deaf children. We drove on campus. It was a large school. My mom said, "You're here." And I said, "I want to go home." And she said, "No, you here." And I didn't want to stay there. We went in and saw the principal. And the principal said, "It's nice to have you here. Welcome to Austin School. Welcome here." And then I saw my parents leave. I saw them leave. They said goodbye, and they drove away. And I was heartbroken. They were my parents, and they just left. I was heartbroken. But other kids came up, and they were nice to me, and they signed, and I was there for a while, and it became okay. I was 17 after I graduated. My parents went and had a discussion with my principal and my teachers. They said, "We want Pat to go to high school." Because we want him to have something to look forward to really be a good basis for a job later. Fall came, and my father took me to the high school to meet the principal. He asked me about the subjects I wanted to learn. I wasn't sure, my father chose them for me. Math, English, reading, no interpreter in class. The teacher would say something, and my friend would then show me where we were reading, what page we were on, so that I could follow along. Ask the coach if I could play basketball. I said, "I can do it. I can do it." So he said, "Okay, we'll see." And we were all there gathered in front of the coach, and he went through name after name after name, and he got to Pat Broughton. And I'll tell you, I grinned from ear to ear. I was so happy.
Hi.
I got to play on the team.
Good.
It was a good team. Everybody said congratulated each other. I was proud to see my parents see me as a basketball player on that team. After I graduated, I went to Middlebury College and applied for a job, and got a full-time job washing pots and pans. And I was a helper, an assistant for the pastry chef. And my boss promoted me into his position. And I said, "Goodbye, pots and pans." Then a new person was hired in. A deaf guy, Keith Payne, was hired to work with me. And that was great because we could sign with each other, communicate with each other, and that was terrific. And Then there was another person hired, James Green. And he was hired to wash the pots and pans. The president's wife. She would like 3 of us to make gingerbread buildings. I made the old chapel. Keith made Painter Hall. And Bobby made Star Hall. She was very pleased with how it looked. And she took pictures of the 3 of us. I worked in Middlebury College in pastry for 45 years. Then I retired. Because I wanted more time with my wife. My lovely wife, Carol. I married my lovely wife in October 1964. And we raised 4 beautiful children. They all went through 4 years of high school, each went to college, and we have 10 grandchildren now. Handsome children. My wife and I are very happily married. Happily married. We have been for many years.
Thank you so much for being willing to do this and for sharing this story.
It's my pleasure. And in 1981, I bought a closed caption device to attach to the television set. And that was terrific, with the captions right there, and my mother and father were astounded. My mother said, "It is about time." I said, "Yeah, you remember all those years I said to you, what are they saying? What are they saying?" No more. Now I know what they're saying.